villain here is Lyft. Lyft have the right to fire that driver. Why? He told her the truth. You cannot fit in my car. She could not fit in the car. The car itself was low to the ground. Where is she fitting? And Lyft had the guts to bring her to the Lyft headquarters and this and this and this and that. That girl just wanted to shine. She is a broke rapper. I've never heard any of her song. But mama, you should put that effort you used to record that video and go to the gym. It's not even being a mean person or fat phobia or anything. It's just the truth. Why can't we say the truth without getting backlash? Like, what is going on here? What type of society are we living in now? This is crazy.
This ain't my regular mood. You make my heart stop. Shit, I just might die for you. He going deep, we fucking raw. I trust him with my soul. Like when he grabbing on my belly when I'm home.
Everyone stop scrolling. Look at this, because this just proves everything we've been arguing. Look how she's sitting comfortably in that back trunk. Mind you, this is the woman that's suing Lyft for discrimination because she couldn't get in that Honda, right? You see how you know how big the back of a trunk of a Jeep is, right? I'm about to show you something. How? Someone explain to me how the back passenger, the rear passenger, how? I see all y'all on these lives arguing, saying we don't know, definitely could, definitely 500 pounds ain't nothing for, bro, how? You see the width of that door. It is physically impossible. Let me not say physically impossible. It is physically unsafe. She would not have been able to sit comfortably in the back of that vehicle. Let alone the vehicle's already low to the ground. Look, compare. Come on, bro. How?
So the fat girl, the fat rapper, ended up suing Lyft, and Lyft got the man fired. The fat rapper ended up suing Lyft, and Lyft had to follow their policy and code of conduct, so they got the driver fired for refusing to carry the girl in his car. I know how I talk, I know how I mentioned how I talk in the previous episode that fat people are full of shit. See, fat people are really full of shit. When you try to tell someone to lose weight, they become defensive. Instead of listening to you and maybe like do something about their size and their health. They become a defensive and keep on living bad life, keep on eating unhealthy food. And then when something like this happens, they claim discrimination. They start shouting discrimination. They start screaming discrimination. That girl intentionally, that girl knew what she was doing when she was filming, recording the whole thing. She knew what she was doing. She had to, because you don't just tell me that people walk around with their phones or with their camera on, expecting something to happen. So she knew exactly what she was doing when she started filming that man. If Nami been there that position, if Nami been there that man position, I'll never carry that girl. No matter waiting, if she like, now there are pictures of her now online. People are digging her pictures out. They are digging off her pictures, and it's showing how she's sitting in car in her car with huge, with that belly, with that fat belly, touching the steering. See, you only need to show that video in the court, and the case will be dismissed. See, people like that, they make me sometimes, I could just want put my finger in my mouth, begin puke. I talked about it in the previous episode. Say, how many of you remember Lizzo? I don't know what she sing, but the only reason why I know her name be say that time, anytime I want to read something online, she will always pop up, say body shaming and this and that. That be the only reason how I got to know her. Other than that, I don't know what she sing. I don't know if she be rapper, she be R&B. I don't know what she sing. but she was the one championing this body shaming thing, feminism, and we are fat people, we love ourselves, and instead of telling people to lose weight and live healthy. I beg, may we do commercials, Jerry. When we come back, we will continue when we come back. Welcome back. Subscribe. Hit the subscription button. Anyways, man, I love my country, Nigeria. I love my country, Niger. I love Niger. Any Niger person will say he no love Niger. See, we can talk shit about Nigeria. We can badmouth Nigeria anyhow we want. We Nigerians, oh, if you're not a Nigerian, if you know be Niger person, if you're not Nigerian, don't you ever talk shit about Nigeria. Allow us Nigerians to do the deed. Allow us Nigerians to do that, because we know where the shoes they pain us. You understand? So I love my country, like I talk before. Say, when I see say EFCC one main. This is still funny. So that show where we they gather money, they help Nigerians at home to know as the economy there now. So we they do all these things to generate more money where we they send give people where they need in Nigeria. So we know they ask anybody for money. We don't ask you for anything. We don't ask you for nothing. The only thing we ask of you is to hit the subscription button, like and share, because the revenue where we generate here, we they use help people in Nigeria. Me, they use help people in Nigeria. Me in particular. So EFCC will come begin the auction away, seize cars, vehicles where they don't seize. So then begin auction the vehicles. I can't see them for news. Say they want auction the vehicle. Like me, you know me now. They say na curiosity na ain't kill the cat. So me being very curious when things they happen outside without things they happen in Niger. So me I come begin, I want look into it, like see if I can maybe participate or maybe buy some Yahoo Boys car. But then the prices where EFCC put, I'm like, the bidding prices was like, what the hell? Even the cars I drive here, brand new ones, so where you go factory, tie nylon, go carry up, it no reach that price. It no reach that amount. And the road where we they use drive those cars here, they perfect. Where we say you're guaranteed, once you buy a new car, the guarantee where that car could be like 5 years. So if you drive that car for like 20 years, nothing could happen. But cars now they drive in Nigeria, see, I can't remember, but I've been record one podcast like that where I had explained to now where some of the cars now they drive in Nigeria, where they from come. The process how those vehicles they take come reach Niger. Say some of those vehicles are condemned vehicles in Europe and in the US. See, in Europe, in Germany in particular, we have something called TÜV. TÜV is an office, it's like an office designated for vehicle inspection and all those things. So you can only drive your car 2 years. After 2 years, you have to bring the car in for inspection. Your car has to pass inspection mechanically and roadworthiness and all those things. So if your car can't pass all those inspections, they will give it a stamp of approval. Say you can continue driving the car on public roads. But if your car no meet all those standards, pass anything, they go condemn and write them off. Either you go fix those things or they write it off completely. So it's now left for you, the car owner, to sit down and calculate everything. You will the car I'm driving, and the repairs that needs to be carried out on the vehicle, is it worth you putting in money, or you can just dispose of the vehicle and get a new one. So when people dispose of such vehicles, where we say things don't scatter, where we say the engineer tooth, the office tooth, don't see say if you keep using that car, you fit one day, you may one day cause accident for road, and people fit, if it injured people, if it even kill people. In a nutshell, it means say your car get public safety concern mark on top, that question mark on top. So if they don't write your car off like that, you go come like things say, okay, I don't want to spend extra money on this vehicle. So because it's better if I buy me a new vehicle, because here new vehicles are cheap. It's cheap to get a vehicle. If you have a good source of income, a source of income that is like, presentable, you can just walk into a shop, a car dealership, and get yourself a brand new vehicle. So instead of you going to spend €1,000, €2,000 to fix some problem, you can use that 2,000 or 1,500 euros to purchase you, make a down payment for a new vehicle, get you a brand new car. And then the condemned one, the one where the maker, the engineer, the mechanic don't condemn. We the Niger hustlers now, we will look for those vehicles, buy them for cheap, clean them up a little bit, put them in containers, ship them to Niger. When those vehicles arrive in Niger, you could buy those vehicles, carry and go your church. Your pastor could pray over those vehicles. You could call your people, make party, cook rice and stew, rice and beans, kill chicken, tell everybody say you don't buy new car. I feel like I don't explain that thing, that process before giving her. So you go buy, and that two thing now only for here where I know say we get to. I've been to Canada, been to the United States. I did not see any of that kind of thing. Meaning say they know they frequently they inspect vehicles in those countries. So some of the vehicles we not they drive now condemned cars. So anyways, so I come go EFCC to go check her out in there. I come see the prices. I'm like 300 billion. They put 300 billion on a vehicle. 3 billion. 300 million naira. I'm like, what kind of, and it's some of those cars that, anyways, make I not talk too much. Be like, so that feels I am at a lie. I've been take screenshots, so I could show now the screenshots where then they auction the vehicles and the price tag where then they put on some of those vehicles. Lexus, you know how Nigerians they be. Everybody wants to drive Lexus. Make I show now this thing, the screenshot. I'll be right back. Yeah, welcome back. When we've been stopped, hit the subscription button. Hit the subscription button. See, I just can't get this fat girl issue out of my head. Honestly, that girl get the audacity, how we they talk in Nigeria. She get the effrontery to go sue Lyft. Say that man been discriminate against her. Even I never see the girl we had to talk about. Make I show her. When I don't see her. When I don't see her. Now, if you tell that kind girl make she lose weight, she go begin the defensive. The same way when Nigerian girls they behave sometimes. The way when Nigerian girls they behave sometimes. You know, say to carry weight, fat for body now in Nigeria na big thing. Every girl wants to carry fat. Every girl want get nyash. Every girl carry nyash. I don't know whether they turn Niger men on. I just don't understand why every single girl in Nigeria, every girl where you go see fine girl, maybe say if she could just lose weight small, she could look, yeah, you could look at she don't like being fat. No, being fat is not something anyone should be proud of. Being fat and unhealthy isn't something one should be proud of. Come on, man. Honestly, like I talk, fat people are really full of shit for real. You know, if you begin to talk like this, it will make you come sound like say you they mean. You know, people go say you're mean, say you are, say it's their right to say you're judging, say you're being judgmental. No, I'm not mean. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just being real. If you want to see where people they mean, you get people where they mean. Or people are really mean, and people can be mean sometimes. People can really be mean sometimes. If you don't believe me, make I show you how people can be mean. I mean, somebody really, person really get mind to record this woman, put them online. That is being mean, man. That is being mean. Make I show you. The next video where I want to show now. The next video where I want to show now. The reason why I'm showing you guys this video be say now because of the person where did that video. Now because of the person where appear in that video, the person where they make that comment in that video, the person who is giving the info, the background of the background of that person, where that person from, the ethnicity of that person. Now I make I want to show now this video. Because I live for Obodo Igbo. I live for Obodo Igbo. And maybe because of how that person look, some of the women will look like her could listen to her message. Some of the women will also resemble her, share the same ethnicity like her, fit listen to her message. Her message is tight. It is what we've been preaching all this while. It's what I preach every day on my channel, telling people this, don't do this, don't do that, stop doing this to your children, stop hurting your children, that you're hurting your children, that in the long run maybe you feel you're doing them good. Now see, let me tell you something. When children are born, they start learning things from we the parents. So if you don't teach them the right thing, they will copy whatever they see you do, thinking it's the right thing for them to. So it is your responsibility and your job to show them how to live, to show them the correct path to follow, to show them how to live, what to do and what not to do. But most women in particular, they know they do that. They believe, say they have to treat the children, because by doing so, it will make the children like them the more, and it will make the children despise the fathers the more. Because some fathers don't tolerate that shit. Fathers like me don't tolerate that shit. If I know what's good for my children, I try to instill that in my children. But I know the obstacle I always have to break through. I know the struggle I always have to go through to get this message across to my children. So the reason why I'm posting this next clip is because of the woman who is giving the information, her ethnicity, so that the people who look like her, especially the women, fit maybe listen to what she talk. Make we watch our video, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Subscribe.
I wish someone would have told me like 15 years ago to stop eating these. I had zero ideas how these would be impacting my insulin. More important, I wish that someone would have told me 15 years ago what insulin resistance actually was, before I started noticing some of these symptoms of insulin resistance. So what would I tell someone to avoid having for breakfast? What do you think? Especially if you already have signs of insulin resistance. If you're not sure what the signs are, watch this video here that I made specifically on that topic. Okay, let's get to it. Let's start with number 5. Stop eating cereal. It's loaded with carbohydrates and 0 fiber. It's literally just a bunch of corn with a shirt. Number 4, bagels, especially those loaded bagels. They're really just 300 to 500 calories of starch and 65 grams of carbohydrates. Then you add that cream cheese and butter. You're just adding to the calorie count and just making things even worse. Guess what number 3 is? Donuts. All it is sugar bread that's been deep fried in vegetable seed oils, tucked with more sugar, and they run 200 to 500 calories per donut. It's the 15 to 30 grams of sugar that's doing all the damage. This will lead to incredibly high sugar spike and also a sugar crash. Number 2 is pancakes or waffles. And this is really difficult for a lot of us because most of us can't just have one pancake or one waffle. You know what we do, right? We just stack and stack and stack up those pancakes. And then what do? We add syrup or jellies, more sugar. And the number 1 thing to absolutely avoid if you're insulin resistant, that is fruit juice. Those are literally just sugar. Included in that category is also Gatorade. And one more thing, bonus, for all you Starbucks drinkers, stop drinking them. The white chocolate mocha frappuccino, it has 65 grams of carbohydrates, of which 64 are sugar.
I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, this next clip now for all the Niger people, African people, because we too they like something where come from Obodo Yibo. Because if na me talk Monaco say we too the yan waiting no concern us. So when I would make a fellow Niger person where be like where get to Yibo accent, make him talk am. If him talk am, if you na listen to them, maybe you na fit believe waiting in talk. Because if me come talk am, come get my Calabar accent, and I go begin laugh. And for na info, I be Ibibio man. I'm not English. Yeah, I'm Ibibio man. If I have accent, now my accent. If you get case with and come out for my channel, I'm not saying you. I'm not gonna fake nothing. I'm not gonna be faking my accent, be faking things, pretending to be what I am not. I'm not gonna be faking things, pretending to be something I'm not. So I'm a BBO, I have accent, I'm Nigerian, my first language is not English, my first language is Ibibio. So if you don't like the way I sound, I'm sorry to disappoint you. But for those of you where they follow what how they do, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Till then, like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy the next clip. I'm out.
I feel like I need a hat that says, make Nigerian food healthy again. Because y'all, what is going on? But I tell you what, I eat Nigerian food like every single day, and I consider myself quite healthy. So let me share with y'all 5 ways to make your Nigerian food healthy. And just know you can apply this to any type of food and still get some good results. Let's go. Number 1, let's stop reusing our oil. I feel like this right here is causing us a lot of problems. It is hard to go into any Nigerian household, or probably any ethnic household in general, and not see that bottle, that bowl on the counter with some old oil. It's like throwing out oil before it is completely black is a crime in our community. You will have folks recycling oil looking like this so many times. You made plantain with the oil, but next you're gonna make some fried rice. Stop it. Reusing this kind of oil is killing you. Let me show you how. Yes, people reuse oil all the time, but here is the problem. There are byproducts. There is a chemical reaction that happens in this oil that releases byproducts into the oil. And when those byproducts are released, they go into the food when you reuse it, and then you eat it. That byproduct that we were talking about goes into your body and increases your risk of stroke, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease. And they've even shown that reusing your oil is also associated with an increased risk of breast cancer. Y'all. Now, if you use olive oil, your chances are a little better. But I would say I just wouldn't want to take that risk. Why risk it to use oil that look like this? Next, stop using canned tomato paste. You know, I used to be one of those people who use canned tomato paste all the time because it's easier and that's what everybody does. Stop. Tomato paste is so easy to make, and I know it gives you that flavor like right off the bat, very easy, but I need you to know that you can make this stuff at home easily as well. There are so many recipes online for the tomato paste, okay? This can literally be a 2-ingredient recipe. You can take your tomatoes and your onions, put them in a blender, put them in a pot, and boil it down. Cook the water out, wait until it becomes a paste, and boom, voila, you're good. Or if you're lazy, you can just throw the tomatoes and the onions straight on there and just let it cook down to become a paste. Either way, you don't have to be opening up something like this. What is the problem with using a can? A lot of times they're putting a lot of salt in there. This can be a BPA lined can. You got preservatives that you're now working with. So if you can make it on your own, yeah. Next, stop using these spice blends. Look, I ain't trying to knock nobody off no job, but the people who are making these spice blends usually don't care about you. Now, unless you're buying from a smaller business and they have this that they're looking out for your health, I suggest you look on the back of that seasoning blend and get whatever it is that they're using. Here's the problem: when you use some of these seasoning blends, they're using like 25 to 50% salt. And then here you go increasing the seasonings, thinking that you increasing the seasoning when you're really increasing the salt. And then you complaining about high blood pressure later. Make the spices yourself. Find out what you like and make it yourself. Next, make it a habit to pair your food with something green. Maybe even some beans, but definitely do a lot of green. Your plate should look naked, absolutely naked, without something green next to it. Stop playing yourself, get healthy. Don't be eating rice that just look like this. This is naked rice. Pair it up. Next, we're taking it back to this rice because I have to say this. Make your rice at home. I guarantee you, when you make it at home in your kitchen, you're making it with tender loving care. When you get it from Auntie Yinka, Auntie Francis, or whatever restaurant, okay, that's making this in large batches while they're pouring a bunch of oil in it, pouring a bunch of butter in it, pouring a bunch of Maggi in it. They're cooking it any which way to make it taste good, and your health is on you. I get it, jollof rice is not easy to make, but you gotta start somewhere for your health. You got to. So what do you think? Are you gonna start implementing some of these, tips? Live healthy too.